That was when it was clearer that more Nigeria is turn by turn Nigeria limited. When it gets to your turn, you can do all the fuck all you want. There will be no consequences. Bokwari was that example. Now it destroyed lives, destroyed Nigeria, divided Nigeria, divided Nigerians, turned them to Nigerians, exposed Nigeria, and all of the fables, the lies they told us growing up became so open that a lot of us would never be going back. No thanks to Bokwari and their failed jihadist regime. Throughout that time, Tifnumbu was beating his chest. I made him president. If not me, Bokwari will never be president. Tifnumbu in 2019, when the shit first hit the fan, it was this Jaga Wiri, Jaga Addicti, Jaga Banditi. Some said Jaga Pupu, Abina Jaga Pampasi was the one who also gave economic advice to Bokwari, print more money. He said it. And now you have him. Bokwari printed over 27 trillion naira, shared the money to the 36 state governors and themselves. Okay, let me tell you. Bokwari printed 27.5 trillion naira in 8 years and took 55% of that money and gave 45% to the 36 state local governments and 774 local government areas. You will need to arrest 774 people plus another 774 people. This is going to be their deputies, okay? Then you're going to arrest all of the councillors in all of the local government areas in the last 8 years. I can give you a rough number. You probably will come up with maybe about 6,000 to 10,000 of them, right? Then after you finish with the local government level, then you go and arrest 72 state governors and their deputies. Then you pick all of their commissioners. Then you enter the status of assembly. By the time you finish all the raiding across the place, right, you are likely going to come up with another 5,000 or so people. So when you are done, enter the National Assembly, enter the As Old Rocky, those who were there in the last 8 years. By the time you are done, you will realize that those who shared the over $50 billion, if you change 27 trillion naira to dollars, now 50 billion you go get to. Baba, to become a billionaire, to have 50 billion. You know, it's like American, you know, like somebody who is an American president now. Imagine American president who can just go and print $500 billion and just share it to his friends, and all of them just flenjo. In them, you have billionaires everywhere. This one get 3 billion, that one get 20 billion, this one get 50, that one get 2, this one get $500 million. That's exactly what Bokwari did, because there is absolutely nothing to show for that money. Nothing. I'm serious. It was made an allocation while Nigeria was bleeding of Nigeria's crude oil money. Nigerian NNPC was not remitting any shishi, shimbang, right? And to cover that up, Emefiole and Bokwari, they started printing money and sharing that as allocation. The governors, they just they collect and waiting concern them. Just give us money. That's all that matter. So today, Wale Edun said, that is why you are suffering now. The money is too much. There's too much money that Bokwari printed, and there was nothing to back it. So we are now trying to see what we can do. But do you know something? Hi, walatiwa, Nigeria to finish. No. Now, we just remember this. No, Baba. Or more, may they just share the grace, shut the door. Nigeria is done for, because you know something. What they are doing is now pointing at Bokwari's failure. The Bokwari people are mad right now. They believe that Tifnumbu said he built Lagos. he has a smart people around him. That Tinubu has failed so much that he won't use Boko Haram's failure to shine. So they are not having that. But do you know something? Tinubu's government has printed over 7 trillion naira so far. You have heard that from my mouth. And you can say it's impossible. It's a lie. It's not. Now, so, you know, you believe that what Mayegun was telling you about Boko Haram and the consequences of what Boko Haram was doing was because Mayegun hated Boko Haram or Mayegun hated Nigeria. Meanwhile, the real haters of Nigeria are the criminals that you are licking their asses. So, those are your real enemies. So, me, I never do anything to you. I'll be waiting. I do you. Baba, oh yeah, let's even kind of have a wee chat now. She, since you and I know, since you don't know me, I don't ever do anything bad to you. Like, did I do anything that affects you or your economy, your life, your job? Eh? So when you look at it very well, you will realize that I am not your enemy. I didn't do anything to you. I did not. Except if you see me and what I say as a threat to your own pot of soup or your feeding bottle, which happen to be corruption, which the system enabled. If you are one of them, then I am actually probably a threat. Here you get now. And I'm not supposed to be a threat, Papa. You are just a crumb eater, man. Eh? You they eat waiting on that way they fall from other people's mouth. Eh? These overfed pigs that you call your leaders. Like that. You are eating their crumbs because all the peanut that they are giving to you are just crumbs that are falling off their chest. You know, when they munch on that. That's what you are eating. You are a crumb eater. Whatever you are getting, whether not just what's they call that in revenue collection, where they harass, you are harassing poor people who are trying to make a little living. You are harassing them, collecting money from them, giving them paper, called ticket. Maybe that's what they give to you that make you feel like, but I am not supposed to be your enemy. I am somebody who wants your children, who wants you, okay, to live a standard, a normal life that's devoid of begging or of poverty, so to say, okay, where you are able to actually take care of your family, where your children are not somebody else's children. So how am I going to be your enemy? So if you don't believe me, it's all right. You will come back here to say, you're good at Sobel. Those who started printing money the second day Tinubu announced his name. I had this chat with my friend. And you know what that my friend thought? My friend was like, hey, but it's the job of the central bank to print money now. I said, I know. And he said that, but you know, Cardoso don't they printing home money. And my friend was like, hey, now, but I mean, maybe they have taken out the old note and he's printing a new one. I said, did you read it anywhere that the central bank has mop out some money or old notes from the circulation? He said, no. I said, but did you hear when they said over 97 trillion naira cash cannot be accounted for? They are believed to be existing in Nigeria economy, but they are not in the bank. They are not in the bank in the banking vault. They are not with the central bank. The central bank said their data shows that the money, the naira that are inside banks, the naira are inside the central bank. When they calculated everything, right, they realized that over 97 trillion still day town. Old note and new note, everything they there. Remember, it was this effort of trying to take all this money from people they said stockpile them for election. That was why they changed and recolored your money. You've forgotten. That's the problem. There's no big. Now you say, they talk too much story. Because if I don't repeat and repeat and repeat like this, the level of Stockholm syndrome in a lot of Nigerians is alarming. Is really, really dangerous. Do you remember what I just said now? Emefiole said their own cashless policy was because they believe that some politicians have stockpiled money for election. So because Emefiole said back then, more than 80 trillion Nigeria money, they don't know where the money is. They said the total money that you are using in your circulation, the money in the bank, when they calculated everything, there are more trillions that are not accounted for. So they believe they are in the hands of politicians like Tifnumbu. Remember now? So do not think, Abi. You remember now? Now you remember, Abi. Good. It's the same policy of trying to mop out money. And you started looking for money. There is no naira. There is no naira. Until you started buying naira. Remember? It's because they can't account for the money in the circulation. So at the end of the day, everything Papa lost in it. The people with the money in the circulation, they finally got rid of Emefiole and the rest of those guys. Remember now? Then be the state governors, then be these politicians. Now them get our warehouses where they stockpile money in their hundreds of billions. And they want them for our election. So cashless policy. Last, everybody keep their cash, cashless about. Politicians and Tifnumbu, they won. They want to try to cashless. Therefore, all those stockpile money and the one that Emefiole was trying to mop out and the new ones they are printing, everywhere is now flooded with the trashy naira now. So I asked my friend, I said, did you hear any time that they said they are withdrawing money from this circulation? He said no. I said, did you hear if they tell Nigerians that this is the amount of money we have printed and we have put in circulation, even though we have no idea of the total money in circulation, fake money, real money, and the rest of them, all of them are operating inside Nigerian system. Central Bank of Nigeria has no control. They have no idea what to do. They don't even know what to do. Okay? So instead of probably stopping the idea of printing more money until you determine where are this money, all these notes, printed money, where are they? They have printed over 7 trillion. Listen to me. 8 years. Yes, it took Boko 8 years to print 27.5 trillion naira for himself and his friends, right? And the consequences is what they told you is happening now, Abi. Tifnubu has printed over 7 trillion naira under 10 months. But take 1 year. By the time Tifnubu do 8 years, he go down print over 100 trillion naira for himself. They say Nigeria is a crude oil producing country, but they don't sell all of Nigeria crude oil for the next 40 years. Ha! Hey, I don't know if some of you even know this. Do you know this at all? Okay, maybe not 40 years, but 25 years. You don't know that? You don't need to speak English. I beg you, don't speak English. What I'm saying is that they don't pay for the crude oil exploration from Nigeria for the next 40 years. And Boko Haram and gang, they don't sell them. Tifnumbu, and his gang, they will sell their own maybe for another 100 years. Anybody will pay now. Last, leader of tomorrow, Baba. Ancestors of tomorrow, near. And guess what? If you die as an ancestor, if you die poor, you will be an ancestor. You're not going to any heaven or any hell, nowhere. You would jelly because your own descendant, your children, who will still be paying the debt that Boko Haram and gang borrowed, money they borrowed and squandered there, and the ones that Tifnumbu and gang will also dip you into. When you die, your children will be calling your soul with shinap and shesi drink. Hot drink. Say, anytime when they say, when Nigeria wind blows them, they will be calling your spirit, pouring shinap. Wherever you did, they will say, when you come, the witness, waiting at the witness. This country is killing them and the rest. You won't rest. That's what they have done. Oil prospecting Nigeria sold. Loans borrowed for the next 80, 90 years to be repaid. And you are the leaders of tomorrow. Sure you get. So that's why we say, listen, the only solution here is for everybody to at least go their separate ways. Save us the agony, the trauma of one Nigeria. Or if you enjoy it, if it makes you feel better, then don't worry, continue to live in denial. The truth is this. Every one of us will come to that conclusion that this is not working. We must we must part ways and go our separate ways. It may not sound good to you now. It will sound so beautiful, like that beautiful song to you very soon. Ask those who once believed that Nigeria could be remedied years ago. Today, they know better. And before all of us are killed, and before this turn to anything like a civil war or wherever, we are appealing to the common sense of those of you who still have your senses. Because, in our common sense, they say no common. But so far you have your senses, there's possibility that amongst you, we will have those with uncommon senses that would think right. You see, before we watch all our loved ones end up in the trap of this bloody terrorist and their sponsor, we must remind ourselves that if nothing is not, if we continue to sort of believe that somehow Nigeria could be saved, and in your lifetime, and not even after your life, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think we would have any way out of it if we continue to sort of deny or live in denial of what is real. Because at the end of the day, I don't think you want to be a victim before you finally agree and say, yes, I think we should have this conversation. We should. So I'm going to keep my line open. You know, sometimes it's like a lot of you just love listening to me first before you would then say, okay, I want to call in. But meanwhile, the program itself is just for you to at least be able to be part of it, where you can add your own voice as well. Here is a clip of Showore. And in fact, before that, there is a clip where MC Olueron is gifting buses to the police. You now see why you can't ask them to investigate criminals if criminals are their partners in crime. Yesterday, we heard that the Nigerian custom officials, they have their own special lodgings inside the most notorious smuggler, gun runner, drug trafficker called the IBD Dende. He has an hotel in Elaro. So yeah, madam, you go report MC to
Thank you, thank you very much.
Two for Makinde.
Thank you. God bless you.
This is Musavejo. Musavejo.
Create space,
This is
here you get president, chairman, and all of that. Oh, but that's the reality now. That is Nigeria now. And I do not want to be under the rulership of people like that. I don't know about you. And that's why we said that those of you who are still there, right? Like so many of us who can't really leave the place, right? So you are the MVP, because these are the real rulers or the real guys running things. in that contraption. Yeah. Okay, I do have a caller. I'm going to take my first call now. So let's have that. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, my ego. This is Saolu from London.
Saolu, Baba, how are you?
Very well, very well.
Very well. Midday, I know. So, how's it
going,
Baba?
Well, it's going so good.
So good. Great.
Yeah.
So, I have been on for the last hour. I don't know where you did join, but
no, I joined. I was actually looking for you since 12. Really? So later, yeah. So later, now, yeah. Like I told you,
so we started together then. So that's more interesting. See what we have. I've put out my own mind on this. Yeah. I bet you do have a lot to say too, Baba.
Since morning, I'm still around. I'm not back to work yet. So
you're enjoying the day off, Bobby.
Yeah,
while it lasts, too.
It lasts. So great, I was reading on Twitter and I saw Wale, this guy Bayo Ononuga, saying that the money blah 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 was because of the money they printed. First of all, there was a video that Atiku met Tinubu in Abuja and was asking Tinubu that, Asiwaju, why are you running out of town at this late night? Go and look for that video. And he said, he has got something to do in Lagos. And he asked him, he said, when are you coming to Lagos? And you know what Tinubu, he told Tinubu that, if you invite me, blah, blah, blah. Tinubu normally goes to, what's it called, this guy, Buhari. They go, they see each other. He was the one.
Dead of the night now.
Yeah. He was the one that advised them to print that money. There is video evidence of it. He was the one. He was the one. He advised them to print.
Look at that video just for those who are hearing us, because I have seen
I'm
it too.
telling you,
I will look for it and bring it here.
He was the one. There was video evidence of it. There's newspaper evidence of it.
Yes, there is newspaper cut of it, yes.
Yeah. He was the one. He advised them to print that money. He doesn't have, no clue. They don't even know what to do. The people that they went there and they kidnapped a principal or a secondary school, a headmaster. They kidnapped an headmaster and the wife. They killed the husband and they released the wife from the same place. The same place. So not up to like a month or 2 months ago. And let's go to this guy.
200 people got kidnapped. Some people are hearing it for the first time right now on this program, right? The rest of the country, probably like others, everybody just moved on like it's nothing.
It's not. You're talking about that one in Benue State. 50 people in Plateau. They discover a factory where they make AK-47 in Plateau yesterday. A factory where they manufacture guns.
Too, yeah, I saw that parade. They were parading them.
A factory where they manufacture guns. And this boy, MC, you see the reason why he can threaten people that they should not come out to vote now.
And police said that it was just joking. It was just a joke.
Joking for where? If you know how terrible these people are, if you live in Oshodi, you will know how terrible, how dangerous these people are. You will know how dangerous they are. And that's where we are living. Even this MC up to tomorrow, they say he's going to Abuja, but they can't get video of him from Lagos. They remove him, they put him back. They removed him, they put him back. His boys are still arguing on the social media today. They come live. Imagine, they come live.
They have
on social media,
on Instagram.
They have. I'm telling you,
no joke.
Yeah.
There are people are actually aspiring to be like them. Young
to be like them.
There, hailing them, praising them. Koko Saria, all of that stuff. Be like, man, God damn it. But what would you? Well, I mean, look at all the Nigerian actors and the rest of them. They are also their lackeys too.
Yes, because that is the only place where they're going to have food in their own mouth. They've made the system in a way whereby if they just want to turn the whole
about people with talent, so people who are like creative artists,
artists,
you see them loitering around these thugs.
Yes,
because that's
going kneeling down,
money, or something, right?
And kneeling down at the mercy of people. That is, I'm telling you, it will get to a stage in Nigeria. You see all those guys that were standing next to Tinubu and all those people.
Yeah.
It's not that they don't have common sense. They know that when they want to reshuffle, whatever they do, these are the boys that will be at their mercy. Those, you will be shocked that evidence will come out that people are kneeling down, begging, what's it called? The like of Tinubu for them not to remove them as minister. It's going to come.
Videos. See, Baba, we will soon see videos of some of
them. You will
still
see videos, and you will come.
Like, it's not big deal. All your big men, when they are in the presence of the family of the either president or what have you, right?
They kneel down.
Nothing. They are nothing.
They kneel down. They don't. The TUC president, when after the day that they call up the strike, and they had a meeting with Tinubu, go and watch that video. The guy hands there for back. His two hands were at his back, and he couldn't look up. When Tinubu was talking to him, he was looking down. You know what that means? You know that time where they go cash us for primary school, say you jump first, go buy this thing for Balewa for outside. And the teacher don't catch you, you go just put your hand for back like this, they look ground. You go, they panic, they shake. I saw the guy, they panic, they shake in front of Tinubu. So is that somebody that wants to fight for the labor?
Who wants to lead millions of people, Abi?
He wants to lead millions of people.
To fight oppression and fight government. Oh, God damn it,
man. It's absolutely like what you said. In like 8 years down the line, people will be boasting their chest that, Tomba war ile Yoruba. I'm not calling for one. Tomba
see what they talk here. I see some people even were like prominent on social media saying it. Today I know they see them again.
You know, there's one thing about life. There's something people talk, but when the reality is done at them, then they will know that or more. So in combat ile shele.
File yato si file o.
Kini ile shele. Ẹni tó gbá létí tó ní kò ní dá fún ẹ tó gbá létí kejì. Nígbà tó bá gbà kẹta. Òun ló máa turn.
Ẹjọ́ ló máa ṣe. Ìyà ọdún ọmọ ló ní kò ní dá fẹ́ tó náà. Kò ní dá fún yín. So tó bá tí a bá dùn ẹ dáadáa, ẹjọ́ ló máa ṣe ẹjọ́. You live for Ilupeju now. Yes, sir.
If you come Oshodi, you see people get encounter with soldiers. When the encounter
starts, I know them well now. They avoid the entire place.
When the encounter starts, you go see people they pick up. By the time the soldier come remove the belt.
If you were in Oshodi in the, let's say, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003.
I know all those time. I know now.
If you're around there, running is regular. You feel day kappa. Auntie Bereo. You feel day what do you call that place? That bolade like that bridge area. What you go there? Running be like normal thing that time, Baba. They don't fight, they don't start for Oshodi again. Now so you go to sit down for the draw, Tonika Kuma Matala to run away. That was what life was then. So when people come out and say Tinubu built Lagos, I'm like,
which Lagos?
Really?
Which Lagos in build? Lagos where rain fall for 2 hours. The whole place blocked with water. Ordinary 2 hours rain, everywhere blocked with water. Which Lagos in build? The like of all these Cardoso, Wale Edu. Cardoso, what CV does Cardoso have? Oshiomhole said it. He said, you cannot judge somebody with a CV of closing bank down. And said, this guy, did you not see this guy? This guy that was in, that contested for presidency, this Igbo guy. What's his name? His surname is something M.
Tell me other thing you know about him. Maybe I can remember.
He worked in Central Bank before.
Oh, Mogalu.
Okay. Yeah, look at the guy vibing. talking about what that is Oxford and Cambridge for you. They have prepared paper. They believe in the theory, but the practical cannot. The guy was
brought
talking
in for a purpose. That's why you see, it'd be like say people would know that Nigeria is in a serious problem, right? You need someone long term, yeah, and that person will come in and they will start implementing their ideas, okay, and say, listen, I know it's tough, okay, my idea, this is what I'm trying to do, this is what we are trying to do. We're going to see some result in the short term, okay, we're going to see some in midterm, and on like that. Then you go with it. So if people now say, we don't want your policy, you can easily just resign and say, you know what, I have no other idea of how to fix this. If you're not going to let me do it,
Baba,
now
only one person will resign for Nigeria.
Me, I'm just saying it now. Say
this guy no go resign.
You see, you get plan, and your plan, they say no, they work. You are like, okay, you know what? That's me. Cardoso no get any plan. They go bring and put suit on top arm, saying you will be the next central bank governor. Man. This is what you are going to do. This is what you are going to do. Just do it. That is why they are doing a UJ, Kalo now. Let's try this. Let's try that. Unfortunately, all the ideas they are trying, Baba, a company like say they are reading from Emefiole's handbook. You know this.
You see, there is one thing about that guy, that Emefiole himself. If Nigeria was is a sane society, if there was a normal society, if we were in China, there is no way the like of that Tinubu we see. He will even be in underground cell where below the one where below.
Are you talking about Emefiole a bit Tifnumbu? Because by now they will don't hang Tifnumbu Tete. Meanwhile, Emefiole's story won't be long this time. They could don't kill him by December 31st.
It's just that one should just face finally scored.
Sure, you get that by 31st. Yeah. By now the people where Emefiole work with, now those ones we will come they look at how them go. They will see. They go don't hang. If to say Nigeria was China, wait to me, I think, with what we know. See, now the same day they go hang Boko and Aisha, Pastor Ruga and his wife, and their daughter, okay? Because there's one of their daughter too who couldn't really keep it to herself. She was able to make something too. So now that Maman Daura and the rest of them, they will.
And today, there's another guy. There's another guy you never mentioned. There's another guy that ran with Tunde Smooth. They will call him Tunde Smooth. Sabinus.
Tunde Sabitu, the one that.
Sabino. Yeah, we call him Tunde Smooth.
Tunde Smooth. I'm just saying that category by category like that. Sure, you get. We now execution they go they do since August, latest August. Now execution. So by now, Emefiole set will go day.
Somebody told you
don't hang by December.
Yeah, somebody told you they printed that amount of money. So if the economy is so bad, so that means, do you want to tell me that in Nigeria, if Nigeria want to investigate something, if police want to catch somebody, look at, there was a guy that they said he killed a police officer in River State.
Yeah.
They call him Tubaba.
Oh,
they look for that guy. They did not find him alive, for my brother. They found his dead body. They dig his dead body out and took it away. Look at that. They did not find that guy alive.
He's already dead, but to be sure that he's him,
He was him. They did, and they use police have to reinforce with Air Force to soften the ground before they move in. They soften the ground before they move in. And the guy, the guy is already dead. They buried him. They now exhumed his body and took it to Abuja to confirm to them that the person that killed that police officer. This is the person we are looking for.
If they allowed the system to really work and not compromise,
they know
some of them will be in jail themselves.
It will see all the money that they are looking for. Was it not somebody that transferred it from a bank? That went into a particular system. The state government, if you give them money, the account that they pay people's salary to, you know. The one they spend in cash, you know. So there's no need that they're looking for any money or coming out to be telling us they're looking for money. Somebody printed this, somebody printed that. If you want to collect the money, you will collect it. 2 days ago, they were showing something one Zamfara governor, ex-Zamfara governor. They have to fight this guy to go and get 400 cars from him. You bought the cars and you took all of them away. Jeeps, other cars. What do you want to do with them?
Like
400 cars.
Money, then you took
and you stole money.
You bought with government money. Oh.
Yeah, and these are the people.
Man, they have to go to court to get those cars. Oh.
Yes, now. And these are the people that Tinubu now started with Qatar people.
Now. The person you are talking about is the Minister of Defense in Nigeria now.
Come and report if somebody is wanted to take bribe from you. They think those people are stupid. They are not. When they went to India, did you see those Indian people come back?
Who is coming back? Say
for where?
You are already there in the enslaving
people teaching us. You know how many of those Indians, as at today, over 200 and something companies have closed down in Nigeria.
Yeah, now you're saying over 200, over thousands. Like they gave me a figure the last time, right? And this was about last year. 14,800 their companies.
No, this one is just the 200 and something. Yeah, I think they are falling ones so that they are gone.
They're like a major okay then.
Yeah, they're gone. They cannot cope.
Every day. They are declaring losses every now and then.
Yeah, because where do they want to see the money? The money they printed, that was the money they were giving to Dangote to be buying all those refinery equipment and subsidizing it for him. And this guy now, he got the refinery working. For him not to be selling that crude oil to Nigeria in that amount of money, they're pretending that they're bringing crude oil from US. For them to just prove
how to rob people and rob people,
yeah,
there's no mercy at all.
They just want to keep us as destitute for the election. When the election comes, the social register. When the election comes, they don't know. They don't need social register that time. They know where you people are. The ballot paper will reach there. If now water they go carry the ballot box come there. Just to prove, say, they bring this thing there, then they go come and write the result for where they did. But the time where they look for people for Makoko to give them money, they go say social register, no day. All those social register, they are full with APC people. APC. Who they for APC? Who know?
Now? They bring their forms to their small the meetings now.
If we are still fooling ourselves that there's something that we need to, it's either we go back to regional government, we know there's a lot of work to be done, but we start from there. We reorientate our, at least, when we
break up right now,
when something this
apart from this Nigeria is
when something this small, if somebody they steal money and you want to attack them, you know who to attack. But when it's too big, you know if you go fight this person, go fight this person. You cannot. This now the man where we suppose disrespect to. Ento ye ka fa lagbada yare, ento ye ka shipi la lori ere, ento ye ka fe ba nori, ento ye ka korin le lori re, ati mo. Bo yato si ka lo korin le yo lori ni Kano.
Now they can use everything to discourage you. Oh, it's because he's a Muslim. Oh, it's because he's a Fulani. Why are you coming? Go and talk to your own this or that. So that time, nobody will say go and talk to your own people because you are our people. We will deal with you our way.
And me, the thing where they even pay me pass for our own Yoruba side, you see, with all these juju where they say they get, one man, there was a man today say they take 1.7 million from his account in the bank. So when they were investigating, then he now saw somebody now in the bank now leaked the thing to him that he told them to return the money. Else, 6 of those people that are involved, they're going to die. He said they didn't return the money. 3 of them died already.
Oh.
I said, you have that kind of medicine. Why are you not killing those people that are spoiling Nigeria? You have the list of their own name. Why you not buy them one after the other? Make them do that.
This thing that you just said, this thing, I remember when I was still in Nigeria, and while people were thinking of how to use, jazz to, control people or do this or do that and all that or get money. Me, I was asking these guys because I was always curious. Okay, I was like, we know if you use this thing to just deal with all these our criminal politicians, right? All these our leaders, and they were like, no, you know that they themselves they are very powerful. They have just this or that. So that is why this one cannot work on them. You know, they are rich. I was like, oh, that was when I was young. I was like, oh, okay. That was the explanation they could give to me. I didn't buy it, but it was easier to me. It was enough to keep me short and say, okay. That means they are more powerful. They have stronger voodoo men. So this is what you just talk. Now, why don't you use it?
Yeah, because I'm looking at it. But sometimes I just like on Facebook, you just see some things happen. Somebody, they say somebody disappeared. That one is very, very common among these kit makers in all these rivers, delta now. That you see, they say somebody disappeared. And you're looking at it. So you people can just
change to a bird, change to a woman.
Yeah. Somebody turned somebody to yam and
somebody turned somebody to something. Somebody stole your penis. Somebody stole your private parts.
And they would say they will return it. I've been so you people have all this power. The person taking your money has a name.
They say, no, you know they work like that. You know they work like that. Say, but why don't you further your research and make it work like that?
Baba is working on their own people, their own poor people. And it's not working on people that are cheating you. So
that's why you have to question what you believe.
So that's why I keep asking them all the time. I keep asking them. I say, so what is the point of this thing? Why do you people have it? Why do you have it? It's the same as you see some drama. I just don't want to go into it. You see some drama between these OPC people and some other part of people, that one guy in Ibadan, and they are fighting, and all of them bringing one juju out to each other, and the next person comes out the next day. I say, well, you've been calling this person head since last night. The person still wake up today. So which kind juju na get? So that one, I don't.
It's got good. I said, maybe it's got a very hard head.
I just look at the whole thing and I told myself, I said, you know what? When we are ready to fight for ourselves, we will rise up.
Yes, so
I don't know, because I've tried to go back to the history of in the 60s, 70s, 60s, when they have all these elections.
See, Baba, most of what they told us in history too, they are just essays. Okay. So it's
because
we are a generation that is
you remember this thing when they say wet here? All those times that they are wetting people's house.
Those are like political riots.
Yeah, I was asking somebody yesterday. I said, do you mean that we have all these juju that these people are talking about? So why can we know? So at least the God that we want to call for, we know that
that one where they talk say that they use egg as bomb.
Even in Mushi, when OPC first started, they said they throw eggs.
You go see people. We go say, I saw it with my eyes. I saw it. I know. Because oh yeah, do it now.
So wait,
do it now. Let's see it. You don't need to bomb house, okay? Just prepare the egg, okay? And let it go and dump it in something, and then it will explode. Like when you bought the test weapon. Oh, lies, Baba. What happened is that our people have a way of exaggerating things, okay? In a way, we have our way of fighting till here, and then exaggerate it to something else. When you ask them to come and try it, they will tell you and say, I know, you know, our forefathers, they have taken all of it away. But then you hear
do you remember do you remember a guy went to Babish naked?
If a Mudakeke civil war, people still told me that they use egg to bomb house. So when these Fulani terrorists were there, some of us were asking, how far about that egg? At least that one no need gun. Can we use that? More buy crate of egg. Carry and give all this, we'll go do them for us. So all we have to do is just when we see Fulani terrorists and all that, we just throw egg. But see how fun that would be when you see they carry AK-47 and you are hiding in the forest. In your pocket you have eggs. Bomb. These are going to work. These people are careful and they carry egg.
These people enter somebody's farm and we say we get this juju to command somebody to even come.
When I was growing up, they said king is like next to gods. Baba, you know which are they talk now. You know, feel looking for high like that anyhow when they grow up, because maybe those kings then they were older people, Baba. Here you get Because like you know if you look them anyhow, anything they tell you say they be. Omo, you remember when they talk say Babangida no fit die because or New people carry Babangida enter Oduduwa shrine. You never hear that story.
I hear.
You hear that story where you grew up, Abi? Where
Yeah.
Babangida
Do you know?
Shrine? Nothing.
Do you know?
To Babangida.
Yeah. Do you know that they rob student of Ife? That time they said whether it's rumor or whether it's this, and they said they rob Babangida. They took something to ring from his hand.
It's true now. And now what cellular phone that all in time. Yeah.
So the guy they carry the person where they carry go Oduduwa shrine.
About na bobo, share you get na extra. You understand that now? So what happened is that they have done this just to sort of preserve some of their own egos at the time. Okay.
You are just to preserve their ego.
They know they want to make you ask too much question. I know they ask too much question. On
for when I wanted to start primary school. No, we wanted to go and write qualifying exam in primary school. He kept me flower. We got to Ikene, we had to turn back and went back to some back. We had to go through the back because they were fighting because of kingship. And up till last year, these same people brought themselves to this radio station in